Hey guys, welcome to Girl Talk. We have an exciting episode for you today. We are filming here at the gorgeous Bella Domicile on Nesbitt Road. And we're actually going to be talking pretty much all things design in our episode today, which is exciting. So we'll talk about remodeling a little bit later. We're going to talk about furniture design, which is great. And even a little bit about rings. And if you're in the jewelry market, we'll get to find out a little bit more about that. So some good stuff, right?
So once you get the ring, you get married, and then you buy the house, so you call me, and then you remodel it with Bella Domicile, and then you furnish it.
Right, and then you get the dog that Janet will train, and you will groom.
Groom it.
And then you'll just invite me over for
and
dinner
then you
because why not?
TV and watch Jessa.
You got it all worked out, apparently.
Yes, absolutely. So sounds like a fun time.
Speaking of the jewelry, you were talking about Lady Gaga engagement ring. Talk about customized
oh my
jewelry.
gosh, it's incredible and it's huge. Yeah, I saw it on Facebook yesterday, and it's this huge, beautiful heart-shaped diamond. It looks like she got it out of a candy machine, honestly, because it takes up her whole finger.
It's massive.
But that's the way I would like it, to be honest. And then it's custom in the back. Well, not that it's not already custom, but it's got two initials, T and S. And I don't know Lady Gaga's real name, but I'm not even going to take a guess, but it's amazing.
I think you're right that it's Stephanie. I don't know. If you're at home, Google it, because there's kind of interesting, actually. So many celebrity names are not their real name. Even ones that have normal names, it's not their real name. I was looking it up online the other day, and like even Jennifer Aniston, that's not her real name.
Really?
Yes, and I can't remember what her real last name is, but it's not Aniston. And some real basic ones.
Her dad is Aniston.
I don't know.
Like
I'll have to
Oprah?
check, but
Oprah's, it's her middle name or something. It's not her.
Yeah, and of course Pink, you know, she has a different or a different real name.
So are you saying we need to come up with celebrity names?
Yeah, maybe. There you go. Maybe we'll see. Anyone have any ideas? Write us.
Send those in.
Yeah.
Wait, be nice though.
Yeah, right. That's a good point. How much do we want to know what you think what our name should be?
All right.
But yeah, that's kind of fun. I think it's always kind of fun to come up with those, but it's interesting how they do that because, of course, they feel like it's more catchy or memorable or what have you.
Well, Jessa Jeremiah, that totally flows. I would believe that's like
tough
your
to top,
TV name.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know Sting's real name?
No.
Very unsexy. Gordon Sumner.
Oh. Perfect example. Isn't that
Sorry if there's Gordons watching, but Sting is kind of a cool name.
Yeah, well, it's definitely funky. You know, it matches his persona, I guess. So
And his earring.
And his earring. So great. So we learned about Lady Gaga. We've learned about her ring.
Out of the way.
We've learned that at least once a ring large enough to throw her back out of alignment.
Yep.
So hint, guys. And we're going to learn more about design later, which is super exciting. We're going to talk to Bella Domicile. Dan, the owner, is going to come on, which is so fun. It's fun to have the owner
Wasn't
on.
he just at a big trade show or something?
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
We don't get to talk to him very often, so it's fun when we do.
He's a busy man, so we like to steal a few minutes of his time and find out what's latest and greatest. And
I'm excited for our new guest, Steven Designs. We haven't chatted with them before.
Yeah.
Excellence, excellence, excellence in furnishing is kind of what they seem to be all about. High-end.
I kind of stumbled upon their showroom, and there was several pieces in there and I'm so mad at myself for not snapping a picture because I wanted to go home and kind of see how it would look in my house, compare. But some beautiful pieces that are just really exciting and design forward, and it just makes you dream about
and
these
good quality.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, how many times do you go and you're looking at furniture and it looks really nice, then you go to pull the drawer out and you're like, oh my, it's not even real wood.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you just know it's going to break at some point.
Right.
What are you looking for?
In furniture?
Baby
I'm
attire?
thinking storage, quite frankly, because one of my biggest fears is that the baby's going to take over the house, and my clean, organized house is going to turn into like,
No more.
you know, some kind of playland extravaganza. So all my furniture is starting to have like lift-up storage and things like that. So when I'm out looking, and I was actually kind of checking it out at Stevens too, like, oh, this ottoman would hold a lot of toys.
Great hiding spot. Yeah,
OCD much? Sure.
I know. Doesn't that make me sound like a crazy person? But so I'll have to ask him about the storage.
You just vacuum after Tony when he eats like.
Sometimes, yeah. No, he's actually pretty clean, thankfully. But anyways, our point is we have a great show for you today, and we're going to talk to Jason and Tricia from the Diamond Center right after the break. So stick around. We have more on Girl Talk next.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We have our first guest ready with us from the Diamond Center. We have Jason and Tricia. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having us.
Great to have you. The Diamond Center likes to call themselves the biggest little jewelry store around, and I love that idea. If you like buying local, you may want to listen in, and if you're looking for a diamond or some jewelry. So why buy local? There's big box places, there's chain stores.
Well, a lot of the reasons that we like to say that people buy local is service. You're going to be able to get a little bit more of a personal feeling and get service behind everything that you have versus going out and not knowing what your competition or what is that's out there. You need to buy from somebody that you can trust and build a relationship with.
Definitely, and it's a big ticket item, so
Yes,
I would think you'd want that kind of relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, you've mentioned before the relationship that you have with your clients and how that they can come back, and I know that you have you keep records for kind of like a crazy amount of time, don't you? Can you tell us about that, what you do?
Yeah, actually,
system?
since we started, we have records of every time someone's come in, just to even get their ring, as simple as getting it cleaned. We make sure to check everything over, mark that it was all good to go, and have them move them on.
That's so nice, because usually I just take a toothbrush to my jewelry at home, and that's like not what you want to do, right? You want to probably take it into someone professional. Make sure you don't lose anything.
It's an idea.
Yes, no, we keep track of it all digitally through the computer. We can actually track and tell you if you came back that, hey, you just had your ring cleaned 6 months ago or 3 months ago, whatever it might be, any work that was done to it.
That's great.
Yeah, nice
How
to
convenient.
have that. So I suppose that'd be another reason not to buy online.
Yeah, you know, buying online, the thing that we feel is, again, you kind of go away from that personal touch. And I like to tell people when they're looking at jewelry online, it's obviously all the jewelry that all the stores of the world rejected.
Is that really?
You know, absolutely. You know, you got to figure that we get the first pick of what's out there, and then from there they take it to the online, kind of like the surplus stores and things like that are out there. The other thing that you look at when you're doing it is about 80%, I've read, of all jewelry that is bought online is actually returned because they don't know what they were getting until they got it, and so they don't know that it had an imperfection and that the quality wasn't great. And I don't know if how close that percentage is, but I do know it's a very high percentage.
I have put myself in that same scenario so many times. I mean, they look gorgeous online, and then you get there and the clarity is not as well, or they're kind of foggy or just poorly made, constructed. Yes. At your place, you can come in, you can touch it, you can feel it, fall in love with it on your own terms.
Yes, you can.
Right. So, well, I mean, it's kind of intimidating going into a jewelry store, correct? Yeah. Why should people not feel so intimidated coming to the Diamond Center?
Well, I mean, we really tried to have a laid-back environment. We like to build a relationship with every person that comes in. We don't just want to sell you an engagement ring. We want to earn your business as a Diamond Center client for life. It's really important to us.
And I think we all have gotten that feeling from seeing you, every month. It's you have such a cool kind of family business there.
Yes.
Right. And again, because it is such a big ticket item, it's nice to have that comfort, that confidence in who you're dealing with. So I can see how that would be nice. Earlier we were talking about an event that you have coming up.
Yes,
let's talk about that.
It's something that's really exciting for us. We just brought on a line called Levian, and Levian is a chocolate diamond of the world. You hear all their ads on TV.
Yeah,
they're huge.
Okay, I don't know what that one is.
They have a variety of jewelry that is out there they call their rose gold, they call it strawberry gold, and their yellow gold, honey gold. So it's a really, really neat twist that they put into the market. We carry their line exclusively in this area for what we have. Nobody else carries it. And for this event, they're going to be bringing in one-of-a-kind pieces for one day only on March 19th. and bringing people in, and we're going to have over 800 different pieces that are completely unique to the marketplace that everybody's going to be able to come in and pick from for just that day.
So for purchase, not just to look at.
No, you know, we want you to purchase and come look, but we hope that you purchase as well.
Wow.
We think it's going to be really, really fun. It's our very first trunk show. We're going to be putting it out there and trying to get as many people in as possible. It's pretty special to us.
Well, I guess I'm a little bit of a diamond dummy. So it's a yellowish.
Actually, it's more of the chocolate, true chocolate brownish color, but with a really, really nice sparkle and very high quality.
I like chocolate and I like diamonds, but I didn't know the best of both worlds are right there.
Exactly.
Very incredible.
The names sound almost decadent, you know, and I've seen them in photos. They're amazing.
Yeah, their pieces are very exquisite. They're very unique designs that they put into their pieces, and they use anything from diamonds to colored gemstones, so it's really awesome.
Tell us again real quick when that is.
March 19th.
March 19th. Great. Thanks again for coming in. Love having you guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Stevens Design Excellence in Interior Furnishings.
Welcome to Girl Talk. We are filming here at Bella Domicile, and we're going to talk with the owner, Dan Luck, later about kitchens and baths. But first, we've got a very special guest. Welcome. We've got Bradley Stevens with Stevens Designs, and we're going to be talking furniture. So can you tell me a little bit about your history and how you got into what you do?
Yeah, basically I'm a fourth generation furniture merchant. My great-grandfather started pre-1900s, and then my grandparent, paternal grandparent, and his brother had McGilligan's up until the 70s. Mom bought it out in the 70s, and Mom's business went bankrupt in 2004. And since I've had I'm going to be 50 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Celebrating here.
I've been working in the shop since I was about 8 years old. Furniture is all I know. Did take a few years off for college, studied business, economics. And so when Mom went out, I was faced with either going to work for the man or starting my own store. And Madison is a very niche market for high-end. When you grow up in this industry, you want nice things. You get what you pay for. My passion's fishing. I buy nice fishing poles, and I buy nice furniture. And so...
Well, you buy the right stuff, it's going to last forever.
Yes, it is. You know, some people want to change up. That's okay, but they're heirloom pieces. They can be handed down for generations.
And you have a gorgeous store, Brad. I absolutely love it. After Bella Domicile remodels your home, you go see this guy, and then he'll get you all set up with furniture. You have great pieces over there.
Thank you. In fact, not to interrupt, but we've actually collaborated with Dan on projects. So we try to keep within the same vein of the better high-end people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you betcha.
It's the total package for home, and then Kirsten will sell it for you. So.
There you go.
Tell me a little bit about why Better Goods. Explain that.
You know, with the influx of the furniture coming from China, Indonesia, so on and so forth, I kind of made a vow to represent American companies and on a high-end venue, medium to high-end. But it's the type of thing where if you were to do an amortization schedule, by the time you bought one of my pieces at twice the price, 3 times what have you, it's going to outlast an inexpensive piece far and beyond. And so I work with Stickley, I work with Hardin, Hancock, and Moore, all exclusives to the marketplace. I try to solidify with exclusives. I don't like to get into a fighting match, price wars, that type of thing. So better goods, less problems.
There you go. Good philosophy.
Well,
very nice.
And how many people move, you know, and if you have really cheap furniture, it often doesn't survive a move.
It doesn't, and Madison is very transient with our hospital systems, with the government, with the profs.
Yeah.
And so we have really good opportunity.
Sorry to jump in there, but I see it all the time. It looks beautiful once.
Yeah,
once.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So some folks will buy for looks, some people will buy for price if you're looking for excellence. what kind of goods are we talking about?
Well, from the furniture to the, case goods, wood, metal, upholstered goods. We do window treatments. We have interior designers on staff, space planning, basically inception to completion.
Sounds like the whole schmear.
It is.
The whole
It
package,
is.
yeah.
And we work with some great architects, and kitchens are not our forte. So that's why we try to align with the better people in this industry.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So what line exclusives do you feature?
Just like I had mentioned, Stickley is my anchor.
Okay.
Since 1900, the guys are actually from Osceola, Wisconsin. They're 5 brothers. They're in Manlius, New York. I work with Hardin since 1857, the oldest furniture company in the world.
Isn't that amazing?
It's crazy history.
Yeah.
And still to this day, I'm basically asked by reps all over the country to represent their higher end goods. I'm out of space, so.
Yeah. And I want to talk really quick before we go too about some of the sort of add-on things that you do. Like you do a lot of interior design,
Correct.
space planning, and even down to window treatments.
Correct.
So tell us just a little bit about that process real quick.
Again, it's the full package. I also own an upholstery shop, McGilligan, since 1917. I've got 2 partners. So there's a real vertical sales approach. If I go in with a designer, I can either sell new, reupholster, then I take a designer that can get into the window treatments, space planning, what have you.
Wow, so you can really just get it all done.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
can, it's a one-stop
Yeah.
shop.
It's
Awesome.
beautiful
It really
too.
is, it really
So
is.
that went so quickly. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out stevensdesigns.net online or stop in and visit the showroom, which is probably the better option to see in
Beautiful.
person.
Worth
Thank
it.
you.
It's over on King James Way. So go visit Bradley. We're going to be right back with more Girl Talk at Bella Domicile.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming here at the fabulous Bella Domicile. It's the segment we have been talking about. We finally get the opportunity to chat with owner Dan Luck. Thank you so much for having us here, for starters.
You're welcome. It's a treat to have you here, and we're in a fun space to work in and get involved with.
We sure are. So us ladies, we like to come in and dream big and find out all the latest and greatest in design, and really got to give you some kudos because you do such a great job, your team here as a whole, of staying on top of industry trends, and there's a lot to know. So I'm going to pick your brain a little bit about KBIS, which is an event that you just got back from. So tell us a little bit about that. What does it stand for and what's it all about?
KBIS stands for the Kitchen and Bath Industry Show. It is a trade show that's held annually. In the last couple of years, it has been joined in conjunction with the International Builder Show. So it's a trade show for kitchen and bath professionals as well as the whole building industry. And so this is an area where we've got a lot of product that's on display for all areas of the home, and it's an opportunity for us to see what's new, what trends are tracking right now, and also an opportunity for us to be able to network with other professionals, pick their brain a little bit, and also see if some of the items that are working in their market area might indeed also work in our market area so we can benefit the homeowners that we're working with.
What a smart way to utilize that too, a little meeting of the minds to determine what some of the best practices out there are in the industry.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about some of your takeaways. So maybe top 2 products. I'm sure you've seen a bunch of things, but what are some of the most memorable in terms of cabinetry?
Great question. Well, one of the things that we're seeing as we're working with our homeowners today is a need for a charging station within a home. And one particular product we've been seeing is called the docking drawer. And it is a component that fits in a drawer. You can install the outlet towards the back of the drawer, but as the drawer functions and moves towards you, all the equipment and the outlet moves with the drawer as well. So now we can plug in all of the mobile devices that we have, iPhones, iPads, tablets, those types of things that need and require charging. We can locate it in the side of a drawer, and take all the clutter off the countertops.
Absolutely. And who doesn't need this with today's technology? I mean, we've got devices everywhere. I know my kitchen counter has my devices and the cords, and you know, you're making a salad and you've got your stuff in the way. So this is outstanding and not necessarily just exclusive to the kitchen.
Not at all. We can use it in any room in the house. Wherever we want to have a charging station, we can do that. Take the clutter off the tops, put it inside a drawer.
And as technology evolves, so does design. So really interesting. And what's the second one?
Well, this is called the Wine Logic Station, and this was at a small booth, and sometimes the smaller booths at a trade show actually have a bigger power or more potential in working in homes. I'm not as excited about this as a wine storage system as I am what it's capable of doing in a home today. Wine can be stored, obviously the shelves pull out, but I'm more excited about the use as a pantry where you've got canned goods sitting on your shelves, can actually be lay inside the pullouts. Labels are up so you can actually see what's going on inside those drawers, what kind of inventory you have, and now you know, instead of looking and guessing what's in the back of the drawers, or back of the shelves, it's right there in the drawers being pulled out.
Absolutely, and I don't know a person out there that couldn't use more organization in their kitchen. I, for one, am one of those people where sometimes I don't even know what I have because of the way that we store it.
Exactly.
So really interesting, and I'm sure that there were some products that stood out as well. So kind of give us your favorites.
Well, there's a need for taking interior fittings and making life easier in the kitchen. So we're seeing things like enhanced pull-out shelves for spices. We're seeing doors that rotate or slide left and right so that you can making the space inside the cabinet a little more accessible. Pull-outs and all these different things where you can take the pantry and now pull it towards you.
Yes.
Okay, so really all these things that are just making life a little bit easier and keep life organized.
Absolutely, I love this one. This is great.
Another item that we saw in the show, which is a little bold, a little edgy, right? Is taking laminates and creating a different look to it. So this is an example of a high pressure laminate. We've known laminates as a countertop material for years in a home, but now we're seeing the use of putting it on the walls, putting on the back of cabinetry, cabinet doors, for instance, and things like that. And just giving it a little bit different touch and feel within the space.
Absolutely, and what a great use of color if you're looking to incorporate some color. This is a neat way to do that.
Right, without breaking the bank as well.
I like that. And what's this one?
Well, this one is taking an LED, which has been around for a few years. LED is light emitting diodes, and actually taking that application for light and putting it in different areas of the house. So this is a closet rod, and the LED is located on the bottom of the rod, so now we can open up a closet and we can actually see our clothes maybe a little easier and be able to illuminate that. And this is just one example. LED is making great advances all over the home, whether it's in the kitchen, whether it's in the bedroom, bathrooms, wherever. We're seeing more and more uses for it.
And these kinds of items and things are so interesting because I actually read somewhere that it's not the Mercedes-Benz or the big screen TV that necessarily makes you happier and feel better over time. It's these things, taking out those little annoyances in life and just making your day-to-day easier that really has an impact on your happiness and your happiness in the home. So
let's try to streamline it and make the space easier to work with, and at the same time, let's make it fun.
Absolutely.
Okay? The goal is to be dancing in your space.
Yes, I love it. And all these great ideas, can we get these, did you bring some of these back to Bella?
Absolutely. A lot of them are already in our displays, and we've got more coming in, so we want to make sure that the displays are accessorized with some of these fun and new exciting things so that our homeowners can open them, kick the tires, open the drawers, and see what they look like.
Absolutely, I love that. And talk to me a little bit about, in terms of how people are living their lives, how are you seeing how these products are reflected just in the day-to-day, any key takeaways?
Well, first of all, we live busy lives, and we always seem to be on the go. So anything that we can do to take the storage in that cabinetry and make it a little bit easier is going to be a plus.
Absolutely.
So, you know, whether it is, I should back up, the days of just having shelves and the days of just having a couple of drawers in the kitchen are behind us. It's in the rearview mirror. We're taking things that are making life easier and see what's in there. I'm on the go, let's make it work, I'm done.
And you're going to customize it to our lives, which I think is so important.
That's the key. That's
absolutely.
The key.
Thank you so much, Dan, for having us and sharing all these great new ideas. Greatly appreciated. We'll
My
be
pleasure.
back, as you know. Also, I'd like to thank our guests and thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time here on Girl Talk.